Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. I'm so excited. So today's video is one that I actually hope to incorporate more in my channel, like maybe on a weekly basis if you guys like it. But basically I'm going to show you how I plan in a single day in my planner. So we have my daily Bujo, which look how thick she's getting. We have my daily grind, which I use for personal and for work. And then we have my catch-all, plus all my supplies and my coffee. We're going to start with my daily grind, and I'm going to show you why. So the daily grind is basically the one that I have been primarily using for work. However, I have also kind of started using it for, or I've incorporated it for personal as well. So this is set up with not only like the regular daily grind, but I also have the reading tracker in here as well. So we're just going to kind of go through. So yesterday was Tuesday. This page, I need to actually, like, I realized that I hadn't updated it for April yet, so that was what I was working on yesterday. But since I use these sheets primarily for work, then I need to actually wait until I'm working to do that. So that's one of my goals for today. So Tuesday, I want to go ahead and finish updating this to kind of like mark off how yesterday went. So grab my mark on, grab this one, and I think that that is it. So I did update my planners yesterday. H2O, I think I want to say I ended with 3. I'm actually, okay, so I'm going to mark that one as almost. And I did not knit yesterday. So the way that I use my daily grind is I only use it for the habit trackers up on the top. And then I like this list goals and thoughts page. I don't really use the monthly just because it's not set up in a way that makes sense, and the bottom of the page doesn't necessarily make sense. I'm gonna try to start using the hourly to kind of write down like when I have meetings during the day, because I think that'll be super helpful. But let's go to Wednesday. So Wednesday, I can actually go ahead and mark off my medicine. I went ahead and updated the H2O. I use a bottle that is 24 ounces, and if my goal's 60 ounces in a day, realistically, I only need to fill it up 3 times. But since I have a lot of ice in there, I'm gonna kind of account for that as part of the volume. So I'm updating it to be where I wanna fill it up 4 times a day. I don't think that 6 times, filling up a 24 ounce bottle 6 times a day, I don't think that that's realistic. So self-care, I went ahead and I want to do the bike today. And then I have a missing goal. And what I am going to put for this one is going to be to read. And I want to read. Duke, you're in my way, bud. So I'm reading the book Atomic Habits, and that's part of the Jane's Agenda Master Plan 365. So I need to read chapters 4 and chapter 5 today because I am a little bit behind in my reading. I wanted to have 4 through 7 read by Friday, and I'm gonna have to do 4 and 5 today, and then 6 and 7 tomorrow. And then the only thing for work that I don't have notated is the FMLA and the leave. And that's only because of the fact that I don't know yet what I've got to do for that. And then I've got to update my meeting. So I will do that when I start work. But we are started with that, where it looks like that says toenails, but it's supposed to be respond to emails. But yeah, so my daily grind is set up and ready, and I'm actually not going to close this. I'm going to leave it open just like this because this is how it sits on my desk. Now we are going to do my daily. So for my daily, I have my wellness bingo. I updated this last night, so I don't need to do anything for that. I actually need to update my 1 line a day. So let's okay, so then tonight I will do for the 10th. Today's the 10th. Yes, today's the 10th. I had to double check the date. Okay, so this is my daily page for the day. So we're going to, it is not Thursday, by the way, it is Wednesday. I spent a good portion of the day yesterday thinking that it was Wednesday. So naturally, my brain is like, oh, by the way, it is Thursday today. And I'm like, no, it's not. So for my daily, the way that I'm using it right now is this just kind of time blocks out when I want to do things. I'm using this section for home, and then this section is my little social media. So I was awake at 6:30 this morning, and then I'm just kind of marking in when I'm going to be dropping my son off at school, and then I'm picking him up. It's going to be about 1-ish. And then I have a Zoom, book club Zoom at 5 o'clock. And then we'll probably do dinner at this time. And then probably about 9:30 is when I'm gonna read, and then do bed about 10:30. So that's kind of how I like to time block out my day. So now we are gonna set up this. So I'm just gonna put to do, and then for my social media, I'm gonna do create. And I always like to use my dot pen. Keeps it simple. And I usually do like a space in between, and then just kind of depending on what I have going on, I may actually add in a second column. So today is a definite laundry day because that has been a to-do since Sunday. Yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and add in a second column. So I have a feeling I'm going to need it. But this is just where I kind of just like go through my brain and think, okay, what are things that I want to do today? So then that way I can be able to kind of have them written out, and then during the day I can look at it and be like, okay, well, that's been done, that's still has to do, and you know, I can just have that list. All right, so my daily's done. That one I'm going to close temporarily, but I will be reopening it up later on. So now we go to my weekly planner. So this is this week so far. And this one, what I've been doing is I've actually been using this bundle of stickers. So these come from, oh my goodness, I don't even know. Like these came from years ago. I think this was like part of the Work Life collection, where it was just like a whole bunch of dots and icons, and or yeah, just a whole bunch of like bullet points. So I really like these for like instead of using a dot pen, because it just kind of brings in like that color that coordinates, or at least the stickers somewhat coordinate. So I'm going to put these down. I'm trying to think of like, let's go ahead and start filling this in. And then in my weekly, I like to kind of write down the things. So I'm not writing down every single thing, but I like to write down the things that I absolutely have to do today. So these are like the things that if I don't do them, I have to make sure that I move them to the next day and get them done on Thursday. But realistically, these have to be done today. And I'm going to go ahead and write down, I feel like I had a Zoom on Thursday, but I actually don't think I do. I think it's Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my Zoom on Friday. All right, and I have a couple of habit trackers here at the bottom, so I can update that appropriately. And then we're going to go to my social media. Okay, so here's my social media so far for this week. So for Wednesday, so I had intended on doing like posting shorts. I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to make sure to do that today. So I have two things planned out. And then for my post, I can go ahead and plan out what I want to do for that. And then I'm going to use these bullets again for my to-dos for this. And basically what I'm going to do is I am just going to kind of just like remind myself, like these are the things that I need to make sure that I do today to like kind of prepare myself for the rest of the week. So I want to make sure that I record 2 videos today. And I schedule Thursday. So I'm going to be like scheduling my posts that are going to go up on Thursday, but I schedule them today in Instagram. And then one thing else that I need to do today is make book review lists. So I like to post on my Instagram like little mini book reviews, and it's been a few weeks since I've done it, so I want to make sure that I post that on Sunday. But that means that today I have to make a list of all of the outstanding reviews so I can be able to appropriately plan that out. And I'm also going to put that on my little to-do list right here. Let's do a gray one for that. So there we go. We are all set. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself another bullet for Wednesday, just in case something else comes to mind that I need to remember. But I will say overall, so far it's going really well. And yeah, I need to figure out what else needs to be added to these 3, but I will do that during the day. And then tonight I will show you how I update my reading journal, because I will be updating this for today. So I will show you how I update this at night too. So see you soon. All right, so we are back. It is the nighttime, and it is time to go ahead and start and do like my final planning prep. Okay, so in my daily bujo, we have the wellness bingo. And I am going to find my marker. Okay, so I'm going to be marking off the walk 15 minutes. I would have done more, but I realized that I should have been wearing like my sneakers and not just like the Keds that I have, the slip-on Keds that I have. It probably would have been a lot better had I done that. So that's okay. But I did go ahead and mark that off. And I think that that's it. So now we're going to go to my 1 line a day. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. And then we're gonna go to this day. So laundry's done, dinner prep was done, sweep. I did not buy tickets and I'm not going to tonight. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Kitchen's done, ground beef, and I need to start the dishwasher before I go to bed. So we are all done for that. And then tomorrow morning is when I will go ahead and set up my Thursday daily. So we are officially done with my daily for the day. So for this one, I'm just gonna mark off the things that I did. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark this off knowing that I will be doing the dishwasher, and then I'm not gonna do anything else in this one. I can do this in the morning. So now, and also for my social media. I will admit, I was not very productive today. I also realized I forgot to post that. So I will post that tomorrow. I feel like I should schedule that. Okay, so went ahead and wrote in Daily Bujo. So I did post those. I posted one of my weekly spreads. So we will do that. So I'll do that tomorrow. I only recorded one video. I didn't do my book review list. I will admit I don't feel like I was very productive today. But one thing I am going to do, once I'm done with this, I'm going to do these 2 things to knock them off of the list. All right, so now we come to my daily grind. So I did that. Planners have been updated 3 times. And then, okay, so I actually ended up doing 15 minutes on the bike, 15 minutes on walking. So I'm calling that one done. Excuse me. I did my IG reel, I did my IG post, I did my YouTube, so that one was done. I have not read, but I'm going to be doing that, but I'm not going to check that off right now. That got done. That got done. That got done. And this was not available, so hey, I got that done too. Okay, so the ones that are left, I will confirm those in the morning, but let's go ahead and now I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Wednesday or Thursday, the April 11th. So simply what I do is I use one color highlighter for work, one color for my personal, And then I'm just gonna set up the spots to mark off, just like I have for the other days. All right, so what I decided on is it's gonna be medication. We're gonna do planners, H2O, self-care, and this is gonna be either a bike or walk, so I get to choose. I'm not gonna require it to be one or the other. Social media, and then reading. So for reading, I want to read chapters 6 and 7, but I need to make sure that I read tonight first, because if I don't read tonight, then I have to push that off until tomorrow. So I will do, oh, hold on. So let me fill in for work. All right, so work basically stays the same, but then I will actually fill that in tomorrow. And there we go. We are done. So I will go back to this tomorrow. But the last one that I like to do is my reading journal. So for my reading journal, I like to make sure that I have updated it based on any recent books that I finished, but also just kind of update it for my reading today. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Goodreads, go to the reading challenge, that is updated. And we're gonna look at April, which I think April is updated as well. The only thing that I didn't put down was when I started Atomic Habits. So I am gonna go ahead and put that on here. That's all right, so everything has been updated on here. I feel like everything has been updated over there. What I need to now update is the time reading in pixels. So I will say I have already spent 2 hours reading today. So this one, oh, that was the wrong color purple. So I can go ahead and update that. Daily reading in pixels, I'm gonna go ahead and update it because I know for a fact that I have to read Atomic Habits tonight, but also I am most likely, if even if I don't read Atomic Habits, I'm most likely going to read Heartless Hunter, my other physical book. So no matter what, I'm going to read one of them. I have spent some time reading today on my Kindle. And I also read on my Kindle yesterday. I just did not update yesterday. And then I have spent some time listening to an audiobook. It has been a very short time, but it still counts. And then today was a no spend, but actually I have not spent any money on books this whole week. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it in for all of those days. And I believe that that is it. I don't think that there's anything else. Yeah, I don't think that there is anything else that I need to update. You know what I just realized? I actually finished a book yesterday and I did not update it. So we're going to go back. Yeah, I finished an audiobook yesterday. I also realized that I don't think I have updated Goodreads. I want to say I initially started this back in March. I don't know if I wrote it down or not. Or maybe I started in February. I feel like this was one of the books that was like a long time to read it. I started reading it the day that it published. That's what it was. So wait, it hasn't published yet. Wait, what? What? I am so confused. I am literally so confused. I could have sworn that this book published back in March, and Goodreads is telling me that it did not. Yeah, it published March 5th. I knew I wasn't crazy. I want to say I gave it 3 stars. I didn't love it. It was actually one that I really struggled with reading. And I feel like I just maybe was not like the right audience for it. Okay, so there we go. So that actually means that I do need to update this. Yeah, because that was a book that I was very close to DNFing. But I ended up getting the audio, and I finished it with the audio. It was like 50% that I needed to finish. All right, so now I just need to go through all of here, and I can officially say that I'm done with March's books. I'm reading my last one for April, and then I can be able to move on to my May arcs. And I think I need to go straight back to here. So that was a fantasy. So we are going to color it in with green. And then, okay, and then I think because now I can go through and properly update these ones. So I'm going to count this one as an audio, considering that the majority, or at least half of it, was done by audio, maybe even like a little bit more. So I'm writing it down as Kindle / audio, but in the long run, I'm counting it as an audio. But I'm happy to say that I can now check it off right here. And I do have to leave a review for it. And then finally, we have the book ratings page, but I'm not doing that tonight. I may do it another night. And we are done with my reading tracker. So the only other thing that I'm going to be doing tonight is I do want to journal, because I haven't not journaled all week long. So I want to make sure that I take time for that. But I'll be doing that right before bed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions about how I use my planners, drop me a comment. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.